access to broadband is important, but affordability is even more important, and maybe even more important than broadband is housing. Well, Brittany, you guys are doing something in Texas that kind of combines both for people who maybe need some help.
Yes, thank you. My company has developed a property called Stoneridge. It's in a suburb, Pflugerville, just outside of Austin, Texas. And one amenity we have provided to all of our residents is included Wi-Fi internet access to all of our residents.
The numbers you threw out the other day at the base session were incredible in terms of the number of people you've been able to attract.
Yes, so when the company acquired this property, Stoneridge, it was at about a 50% occupancy rate, which is quite low across the industry standards. We put the property into rehab, so we rehabilitated a lot of the amenities, but we still weren't able to fully lease up the property. We added this one last amenity, the community-wide Wi-Fi, and now we are over 90% occupancy, which is right in line with all of our Austin area properties.
So from a community Wi-Fi perspective, that means the whole thing, all the buildings everywhere, right?
Yes, every single unit, every single residential unit has their own individual Wi-Fi, but on top of that, it is every single building and outdoor space.
So from a accessibility standpoint, do you need special passcodes and things like that? How does that work?
Yes. So we have a guest network for all of the shared amenity spaces, the outdoor spaces, but each residential unit has their own specific login information, so their neighbors aren't using their Wi-Fi.
From a cost standpoint, since you did a whole rehab, how does this compare, adding this additional amenity to the total rehab cost?
There certainly was an added expense, yes, but the ROI over time, this is going to be paid for in roughly 3 to 5 years.
That's terrific. And from an operational standpoint, are you guys also operating the Wi-Fi, or do you have a third party?
Thankfully, we've got a third party. We partnered with PCs for People, which is a nonprofit organization out of Minnesota. From the customer perspective, PCs for People is our internet provider.
PCs for People is their PC rehabilitation. So do they help with devices?
Not at this time. That's actually how we met them, though. They refurbish all of the corporate computers that we no longer use. So those are donated to PCs for People, and that's how the relationship started.
That's excellent. And they started in Minnesota, right?
They sure did. I know the CEO. He and I went to college together.
Oh, that's really fun. And so how did you guys think to go to them?
That came through one of our owners. He's on the board with PCs for People, and it took it to the next level for us, right? We're donating computers to refurbish. What's the next thing we can do? And that's where this community-wide Wi-Fi came in.
That's excellent. From a cost per home or per house, the rental, did this increase the rental at all?
It did not. This was right in line with what we had planned.
And these are the types of units that are for people below a certain median income, I assume?
Yes, exactly. This is for affordable housing. When you think affordable housing, you might think Section 8, and that's not quite right. Section 8, your household income needs to be below a certain threshold. Affordable housing is more like in the middle, right? You need to make between X amount and Y amount. That's really the market that Stoneridge is in.
Kind of that missing middle for teachers or whoever, right?
Yes, a lot of people in that Pflugerville area.
And that's a huge benefit for them because now you're not paying $70-$80 a month, I suppose. Right?
Yes, exactly. This is a huge cost savings for our residents.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to seeing more of these hopefully roll out.
I'm crossing my fingers too.
Thanks, Brittany.
Thank you.